You know, whenever somebody asks me what my favorite movie is, a lot of different titles come to mind. But one title that's always stayed in my top 5 is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's just such an odd movie, and after rewatching it recently with my friends, we all agreed that it was such a bizarre story and such a weird script that if it was handled by any other director, it could have been a disaster. Not to discredit the cast either, which is superb. You got Rick Moranis, who is simply Wayne Szalinski. His wife Diane is played by Marcia Streisand, and of course the neighbors, Big Russ, played by Matt Fuhrer. What? And Maya Thompson, played by Christine Sutherland. And I gotta say, their performances are really what make the movie for me, especially because at first glance, all these characters seem like a stereotypical 90s family and neighbors, but as the movie progresses, you really start to feel like you're watching real people. It's beautiful. It's like watching magic happen before your eyes.
Example. Oculus repair.
The movie, despite being considered of what some critics might say mediocre, it was a classic hit, netting over $200 million in the box office, which for back in the day, that was some huge shit. It also ended up spawning 2 sequels and even that really bad TV show that nobody remembers.
Shrunk the Kids, the hit movie, is now a TV show.
And with that, it spawned everybody's favorite, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Oh. While Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Honey, I Blew Up the Baby were both released to theaters, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves was a made-for-TV film, direct-to-video film made as a last-chance cash grab after I Blew Up the Baby was, well, I guess you could say, a box office bomb. And boy, can you tell, the difference in quality alone is just astounding. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids had all these interesting angles, and let's not forget the set design. How many of you wished as a kid that you could camp out in a giant Lego brick? This movie though, all green screen, baby. God, this is gonna be fun. Well, I guess without further ado, off we go to the wondrous journey that is Disney TV movies set in the 90s. So right off the bat, we're smacked in the face with that familiar Disney tone. You're already flying back to the past, aren't you? We didn't even hit 88 miles an hour yet. Whoa, wait, hold on. That isn't the same house. That's not the same house! Maybe we can assume that the success of the Shrink machine, you know, netted them a ton of money and they moved. Fine. I'm sure you've also noticed that the film's in glorious 4:3 format. For all you underage, there was a time when TVs weren't actually flat. Although now it seems we're progressing back to curved TVs again.
I'm so excited, Patty.
Hey, wait, that isn't Diane. This is Diane. You're telling me you got the same woman for 2 movies, but you couldn't snag her for the 3rd? Was she just too smart to read your script and assume it was a good idea?
Yeah, this house is driving me crazy. I really need this vacation.
Oh, good. Yeah, hey, don't forget that, people. She needs a vacation. Make sure to remember it, because you're going to hear it another 50 fucking million times. So apparently this is Adam, the same kid that was a giant in the last movie. Sure. And he's in dire need of peanut butter. So he goes outside to find none other than Wayne Szalinski on a helmet phone thing. Ew, that pizza was really good. Oh god.
Hold on, I lost the sun. No, I'm thrilled that the Smithsonian wants to display my shrinking machine. It's just that I'd prefer to dismantle it and reassemble it myself. I just think I'm more responsible than most people.
You know, I don't recall Wayne ever being the wacky scientist, but sure, whatever. I'm more annoyed that despite it having solar panels, which obviously powers it, he's able to talk clearly while standing in complete shade.
Oh, by the way, feel free to use it to shrink the national debt.
Oh, okay. So the shrinking machine's been accepted to the Smithsonian and peanut butter, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and a joke about how underage Adam is.
How do you like that? Your dad's invention is going to be in the Smithsonian alongside the gramophone.
What's a gramophone?
An early record player.
What's a record player?
An early CD player.
Who the hell doesn't know what a record player is? So as Wayne goes on about the wacky adventures of finding peanut butter, we find that this is the time they decide to set up that Adam doesn't want to pursue science camp. Instead, he wants to go to baseball camp.
Might be good for me to go to baseball camp.
Don't you want to go back to that neat science camp we sent you to?
Oh, okay, so Wayne's all of a sudden that douchebag father that doesn't want his kid to pursue anything other than what he wants to do. I'm sorry. Last I checked, Wayne was a loving father that would go to the ends of the earth to make sure his kids were all right, no matter how ridiculous he looked. Someone didn't watch the original movie when writing this story.
Tiki Man, you served me well.
Oh, yeah, and Wayne has this tiki man thing right in the middle of the house, and Diane hates it and doesn't seem to care about anything other than what she wants, which is the tiki man being gone.
I don't even know why you bought him in the first place.
To have fun?
Wayne, you are saying goodbye to Mr. Tiki Man this weekend. I'm sorry, but that's that.
What a bitch.
Mom, what if I didn't want to go to a camp named after a triangle?
Amy didn't go to science camp. She went to Shakespeare camp. Would you rather do that?
No.
Oh my God, why?
Oh, a daddy longlegs.
I don't see a daddy longlegs anywhere.
Daddy longlegs are good. They eat other bugs.
That would be your Aunt Patty. Hey, he's gone.
He was never there in the first place! So here we meet our paranoid schizo of the family, Aunt Patty, and she's scared to do anything.
Hi, Adam. Diane, we have to talk. I'm still worried about the kids if we go away. No, they are not old enough to stay by themselves. And what if Mitch gets sick?
With the way her kids act, I'd be more worried about what an awful parent you are.
But once Jeannie did a piece of spaghetti, oh man, it was like hanging out to there.
At least I'm not sick 24 hours a day.
I can't help it if I have a potassium deficiency. Yeah, but how do you explain your IQ deficiency? Shut up! Hey! Stop it! Come on!
Good job. Oh, and Diane feels the need to bitch about her parking blocks too.
Oh, Patty, what's with the blocks?
Who cares? She wants to make sure her car doesn't. Oh my God, this woman.
I mean, what if the parking brake went? I worry about these things.
And that's why you need a vacation.
Oh my God, no, I'm done! I'm done, I can't do this. So Wayne is apparently the president of his own science corporation, named appropriately as Zelinsky Labs, where his brother-in-law, aka the best actor in this entire movie, works as a scientist.
Wayne Zelinsky. What a speech.
Aside from the fact that this lab looks like a fucking children's museum, Wayne's unhappy as the president, and his brother Gordon is a failure as a scientist, but hey, he's not the only one.
Hi, Trouser.
Say hi, Trouser.
I don't even need to comment on how retarded that was. Seriously though, can I just comment on this lab for a second? Let's look back at the lab Wayne worked at before. It actually looked like a company, and it felt like an actual company. This literally looks like they went to a children's science museum and scrapped together whatever ideas they could find to make it as wacky and fun as possible. Alright, so this guy, Gordon, has a project called Green Lantern, and after Wayne's inquiry, they go to check the progress on it.
Of course, the goal of Project Green Lantern was to decrease accidents to highway workers at night by increasing their visibility through the use of internal fluorescence.
I'm sorry, why is he giving a presentation if Wayne already knows about it? This isn't possibly a lazy way of telling the audience what's going on, right? Alright, whatever. So the effect is stupid, the shot itself is stupid, Wayne tells him how to fix it.
The problem is, the liquid just stays in your gut. I don't know what to do.
Well, obviously, it's not getting absorbed into the bloodstream. Have you tried going through the calcium channel?
What? The calcium? Would that even work? And then some lady comes in and says that they get to watch the space shuttle land. Clearly excited, Wayne calls up Diane to let her know that they got invited to see it, which gives Diane yet another opportunity to explain how she needs her vacation, damn it!
Then I forgot.
Well, listen to me now, Wayne, and listen good. I am going on this vacation, and nothing and no one can stop me!
Wayne, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think you could have done a whole lot better. So finally, the day arrives, Diane's glorious vacation. These kids look thrilled.
2 days without mommies.
A 2-day vacation? Really? You were freaking out over that. That's not too long. Whatever, Patty doesn't trust her daughter.
Any other questions?
Yeah, can I have some friends over? No. Come on, Mom, don't you trust me?
Save it for the debating team, Jenny. The answer is still no.
This won't possibly come into play later. I don't know, man. I was just walking to Target and these guys approached me with a script. I thought it'd be fun. So Wayne comes up with some kind of lie about making water molecule models with marshmallows and gumdrops, which actually sounds kind of fun. So he can sneak the Tiki Man upstairs to shrink it. This is one of my biggest problems with the movie, by the way. The shrink ray. Let's take a look back. Remember how it looked in the original? It looked like he scrapped together whatever he could find and happened to make a working invention. Now it's some lame attempt at a Rube Goldberg machine, and it doesn't even make any sense. Alright. So these balls up here fall into the track, which is clearly modeled to allow them to roll and hit the button, as if some kind of method to automatically shrink something if you're away from the controls, which is already asking for bad news. What bugs me though is this doesn't even look like it's set up. It looks more like somebody just shoved these pool balls up here as a quick way to store them, and they just happen to fall in the right place and land on this rail that's designed specifically for them. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. So after a sped up shot of a car driving by, we find out that while Wayne is up to his shit, Patty forgot to leave Mitch's medicine, which means they gotta go back. This won't possibly lead to any wacky antics. My question is, with as paranoid as she is, how did she even forget the one thing she was late for?
I'm sorry we're late. I had to find Mitch's medicine.
Well, whatever. We need an excuse for him to be at the same place all at once. Let's write it down, whatever. So Wayne successfully shrinks the Tiki Man and acts like a smart genius by standing right in front of the shrink ray to try and find it, even though the machine starts acting up again.
Sounds like the machine is ramping up again.
Yeah, don't worry. There's nobody in the house to hit the button.
Wait, so does this mean he forgot about those rails, clearly designed for a pool ball to roll down and hit the button? Did he not design those for that? Are these just pipes on the machine then? So why is it positioned so perfectly? Why is there a hole in the rails for the ball to fall through? Is he seriously just an idiot all of a sudden? I somehow doubt he was able to piece together his kids were shrunk and in the yard, yet suddenly he's dumb enough to forget his own design. Yeah, whatever.
Ah, it didn't work. Grew back.
Are you kidding? Are you that unaware of your surroundings? Do you have zero peripheral vision? Okay, so he has glasses. Maybe that's it. So what about his brother-in-law? Gordon didn't notice either? Let's not mention the fact that neither of them turned around when this thing was beeping like a madman. That was actually kind of funny. So Diane and Padme come back and leave the medicine. I'd like to point out here, every single shot, except for the select few, have been standard tripod shots right at eye level. It's the laziest shit ever. This is what a film student would do.
Okay, I'll leave it. I'll just put it right here, and then they'll be sure to see them.
Yeah, and the audience should be sure to notice that this movie was sponsored by Trix and Honey Nut Cheerios. Please notice the cereal, senpai! So at the last minute, Diane feels it's a good idea to go find out what the boys are up to. Meanwhile, Wayne's about to die by the hands of Rufus when the girls walk into the attic. I really like how they walk into the room and look around when it's like a 10-square-foot attic.
Everything is on. Don't be silly.
Yeah, just ignore the fact that it's shaking, beeping, and smoke's coming out of it as if it's just been used twice. Don't be silly, Padme. You're just paranoid.
Diane, what's going on here?
Oh my god, is everyone blind?
Wayne,
Yes.
are we shrunk?
No, the house grew. So as Wayne tries to calm Diane down, Patty notices the Tiki Man, which causes Diane to... I'm sorry, I keep wanting to call her Padme. I don't know why.
And what is that tiki thing doing here?
Well,
Tiki thing?
Oh, I get it. You thought you could outsmart me, Wayne. You thought you could just shrink the Tiki Man down and I wouldn't notice. Well, guess what, Wayne? I noticed!
Oh my god, who cares? I understand you wanted it out of the house, but he wanted to shrink it down and put it someplace else. Why are you so bent on making sure Wayne can't have any fun in life? Whatever, so they decide to climb a wicker chair and get to higher ground.
I've made it. Oh, Gordon, you are so buff.
He's genuinely my favorite character in this movie. He doesn't give a shit about the script. He's just having a good time. So they get up to the top, and there's this weird CGI bridge thing sticking out of the chair for no reason. Sure, whatever. They cross it, and they get to the window where Patty and the gang rejoice as they realize the kids will see the car and somehow magically come to the conclusion that they've been shrunk and will fix everything.
Everything will be fine.
I forgot to put the blocks in.
Yeah, sorry, Patty, but your kids are so blind they didn't even see their own car back into the neighbor's driveway right in front of them. Oh, hey, look, the medicine magically moved itself in between the cereal boxes. So the kids discover that they must be home alone due to Wayne's message about watching the space shuttle land.
Guess what? Change of plans. Gordon and I just got invited to see the space shuttle land tonight, so if it's okay, we're gonna take off.
That's okay. Then why don't you just take off?
Holy damn, that was okay. All right, somewhat clever setup. Good for you. I didn't see that shit coming. So while the parents use a fishing line and another sped up shot to lower themselves to Adam's room, the kids decide what they're gonna do with their newfound freedom.
I am gonna play my music really loud. I'm not gonna wear any socks.
Whoa, now you might want to calm down, Adam. Then McBitch invites her friends over for a party and even takes the pizza money to pay for food. What a bitch. That money was for pizza.
So I think I'm gonna throw a party. Oh my gosh, a party? Wait till you see what I'm gonna wear.
Wait, what?
Wait till
Did she mention underwear? Oh, so it's that kind of a sleepover. So the parents make it to Adam's room, and hilariously enough, they witness Adam singing a song and deem themselves failures as parents before they come up with a plan to rewire the stereo to talk through the speakers.
We'll get our kids' attention.
How? They hardly listen to us when we're full size. Now it'll be impossible.
Unless we can make our voices full size. Well, there's got to be a way.
Hey, I got it. I can rewire the stereo so we can talk through the speakers. That would amplify our voices 100 times.
All right, now they have a plan. Time to watch Adam and his friend make a chili volcano. Oh, I get it. This is what boys do when they're home alone, right? Meanwhile, the Fantastic Four decide to take another ad placement routine and ride a Shark Cruiser Hot Wheels car down a gigantic Hot Wheels track. Hey, that's awesome, right? I mean, they don't even have any seatbelts, just these weird orthodonture bands. I mean, I would figure this scene would be terrifying, right? No. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Wait, so they're heading for this bulldozer, but when it cuts to the reaction shot, they've already passed it? Was it really that hard? Really? So for whatever reason, the jump isn't lined up right, and they fly off into the laundry chute, falling what's probably at least a couple miles when you think about how big they are. It doesn't matter, they land in one of those laundry basket things, and they're all right. My question is, how different would the outcome be if they landed on one of those buttons? And also, why is Diane covered by a blanket that's normal size for her, but everything else is giant? Meanwhile, Adam and his friend are still playing with their chili volcano, and oh my god, you couldn't even cut out the hand. That's some simple Photoshop, bro. It's not that hard. Was it Adam's hand? No. Look at his right arm. It's down the whole time, which means we just saw PA's hand. Good job, director. It's a hit! So the laundry sign goes off, and they both get the laundry, which gives the parents another opportunity to see that they failed as parents and have raised disrespectful little brats. Whatever, this kid explains he's got some kind of potassium deficiency, which makes this the 5th time we've heard about this shit. This can't possibly, this isn't a setup. It's just not. Then they go into Adam's room, and he pulls out a magazine from the drawer, to which they both freak out and apparently get horny over it.
Oh my god. Oh, no. That's rad. Oh my. Oh yes.
Did you know about this?
We are so sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Then Jenny comes home and finds the mess in the kitchen and demands they clean it up. As the boys leave, Wayne has to know what they're dealing with.
I have to know what we're dealing with here. I didn't see this coming.
Oh. At least we're finally halfway through this movie. Yep, it's not even feature length. Clocks in at 84 minutes, counting the credits. It's not even 90 minutes long. So then one of Jenny's dumbass friends shows up, and she even brought a bubble machine. Now I know this party's just gonna get too crazy. Parental guidance is suggested. This movie fucking sucks. Then Mila Kunis and some other bitches show up, and Adam apparently has a crush on Mila Kunis because she plays baseball. I don't know, I don't care. Meanwhile, Wayne suddenly finds a fresh roach turd, and their plan of escape? Hide in a roach trap. Sure. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see that? I think we have a boom pole, ladies and gentlemen. This film is now complete. This film has everything. I swear to God. So Diane's foot gets stuck, and Wayne, being the loving husband that he is, rescues her. So again, nothing really happens. It just almost happens. And then they laugh and move on. It was just a lame attempt to mimic the scorpion and ant fight. As if they could even compete with that shit. Meanwhile, the girls are just getting too crazy and playing truth or dare. Why I should care about this, I don't even begin to understand. But in some shitty dare attempt, they end up inadvertently inviting some faggot named Ricky King over. Yeah, this party's just too intense for me. I might have to check out. I'm sorry. Oh my god, we even have someone looking right at the camera. This movie actually has everything in it. It just does. So then Mitch goes upstairs and he collapses, probably because he was an idiot and didn't take his medicine. Probably because Patty is an idiot and left it in between the cereal boxes. Whatever, do you care? I don't care.
You gotta get downstairs to the kitchen, get those pills.
Nigga, those pills are bigger than you are. What are you gonna do about it? And he just goes back downstairs. Why he went up in the first place, I have no idea. Unless he knew they'd be watching him pass out and did it as a selfless act of furthering the story. So Wayne decides the best idea to get downstairs quickly is to hitch a ride in a bubble. Yeah, allowing yourself to drift around with absolute zero control won't possibly lead to any wacky antics.
Are you gonna be okay doing this?
No, I've never been a very brave person. But for some reason right now, I don't know fear.
Oh, okay, now all of a sudden character development, sure.
When I thought that the cockroach was gonna eat you.
I thought I could finally keep the Tiki Man. So Diane and Patty take a bubble and they float softly to the ground without a hitch. Alright, fair enough. We're watching a movie about humans shrinking down and shit. I can suspend my disbelief a little bit.
Oh, shoot! Whoa!
Wayne? What? Wayne? Gordon, before you die, there's a bright light, isn't there?
So in some lame-ass attempt to mimic the infamous Cheerios scene, Wayne and Rufus swim and splash their way out of harm's way before eventually falling out due to sheer luck. Anyways, after talking to each other about their kids for a while and, reminiscing about their lives for a few minutes, nothing really comes out of the discussion and they make their way to the stereo by sliding down the leg of a table they're on. Shitty green screen aside, you know what? It's fun. These two really do have superb chemistry. Everyone else feels like a shitty cop-out and a shitty script, but these two really actually take a worthless story and make it fun to watch.
I can't believe Diane's making me throw this out. It's mint.
Tell me about it. I finally find something I want to do with my MacArthur Genius Grant money and my wife vetoes it.
We're alive. We've been saved by onions did. My God, we owe our lives to an appetizer.
And the man does a belly burner.
I haven't done that since I was little.
I mean it when I say that every single best moment in this movie comes from watching these two interact with each other. Suddenly, the doorbell rings when it's the king of dicks himself, Ricky King. I shudder to think I share the same name as him. Apparently, he's so cool, he invited himself and a few of his friends over, much to the dismay of Wayne and Rufus. God, I wish I knew his real name. What is his real name?
Come on, guys, let's show him how to have a real party.
Yeah, we don't even wear any socks. Meanwhile, Patty and Diane try to figure out how to get on the counter when suddenly that daddy longlegs from earlier appears and either Diane or Patty speak the equivalent of spider parcel tongue, but this daddy longlegs is just really convenient. Either way, it's stupid. Meanwhile, tempers begin to flare as the boys start fighting over their domain. My haircut's the girliest, so I get to use the remote.
What are these little kids doing here? Yeah, I mean, you're too small.
What?
You must be, this tall to stay downstairs.
Unfortunately, Gordon's watching it all happen, and he isn't too happy about it.
Who does he think he is? You can't push my kid around like that. You are dead meat, mister!
Gordon, you're 3/4 of an inch tall. Now is not the time. Now help me with this voice.
So after being kicked out of the party, Adam and Mitch call where their moms were supposed to stay and discover they never even made it there. This was actually the most intriguing thing to me about this whole thing. We got to watch parents deal with the realization that their kids were missing and eventually discovering that they were shrunk. The idea of watching kids eventually realize that their parents were missing is actually pretty interesting to watch. Too bad it's taken us 55 minutes just to reach this point. So Wayne and Gordon finally make it to the stereo where shit starts to get real.
You're gonna climb into the mid-range. I'm gonna rewire the stereo so the speaker becomes a microphone. And when the music cuts out, you yell into that speaker as loud as you can. All right, I'm going in.
I gotta give credit where it's due. It's really cool watching Wayne crawl around inside the sound system circuitry. It's also nice to actually see what looks like a set with effort put into it. Oh good, so a slow song kicks on just in time and we get to watch awkward 12-year-olds flirt with each other and dance. That's just what you came to see, right? Back in the kitchen, Patty and Diane have finally made it to that countertop and they're looking around the kitchen for the pills when Ricky King takes Jenny into the kitchen. Unbeknownst to Jenny though, even Patty's watching everything that transpires as Ricky King tries to put on the moves.
Yeah, because the truth is, Jenny, I think you're awesome.
Awesome? Don't fall for it, Jenny. He's just giving you a line.
You do?
Yeah.
You think I'm awesome?
Oh, yeah. You're cooler than all the other girls.
Oh my god, who casted these children? This is actually worse than the student film. This is worse. This is like when a kid makes a YouTube video and releases it on the internet for everyone to see. There's a plane happening right now. I don't know if you can hear that. This mic is really nice. Suddenly, channeling all his patriarchy into a single key blast, Ricky King slams one right on Jenny. Jenny pushes him away and shouts rape, much to Patty's approval.
You just assumed that I wanted you to kiss me. I mean, I don't even know you. And even if I did know you and we talked and you got to know me and you asked me if I wanted to kiss, I might have been into it. But the way you did it was just wrong.
Well, lots of girls like that.
I would know, because most of them let me do it, even though they tried to stop me. So then Jenny tells him off and says the party's over. Alright. Meanwhile, poor Adam and Mitch have retreated upstairs and they're reading magazines as Adam notices Mitch isn't feeling well. They decide to go downstairs and look for the pills. Meanwhile, Patty and Diane try to push the pill bottle into plain sight. Just as Mitch discovers his mom and Diane for the first time, he passes out. That's actually kind of cool.
Okay, no, what are we doing? Go to the side. Let's try to roll it that way. Over that way. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and how are you gonna get it past that cereal box less than an inch ahead of it? Despite their efforts, they can't get it to budge. But Adam has a sudden brainstorm and remembers that bananas have potassium. He puts some pieces of banana into Mitch's mouth, and after just a few seconds, Mitch is magically okay. I didn't know you could recover that quickly, but whatever. There's a noise in the next room.
Okay. Who's that?
So Jenny decides to end the party, but unfortunately Ricky King turns into Nero and I guess takes siege to the house? I don't know, they refuse to leave and Jenny doesn't think to call the cops, even though clearly everyone else besides Mila Kunis is distressed. You trashed that room up, Ricky King. You're badass. You do it like a man.
Ricky King, what do you think you're doing?
Calling all kids! Calling all kids!
I told you, he's the best in this whole movie. So then Wayne finally rewires the stereo and next comes the best scene in the whole, I'm just gonna let this play out.
Now, Gordon, now! Listen to me, children. I want you all to stop what you are doing.
Who said that?
This is the voice of God. Yeah. Yes, God is talking to you, and I want you all to leave this house.
God sounds a lot like Dad. Yeah, you're right. Is he here?
Normally I would have been silent, but your outrageous behavior tonight has forced me to speak.
It's just a trick.
Is that so, Ricky King? Then how come I know you live on Sycamore? Your dad's name is Mel, and your mom is Cindy.
This is getting weird.
Now I said I want you out.
What's the...
O-U-T.
Let's go, guys.
Yes. Oh yes. Run. Go. Get out. All right. Now, I'll teach you all a lesson in proper party etiquette. I will bring plaques to your tender teeth. So brush, or tell me brush.
Simple brilliance. So to wrap this up, the party ends, the kids find Gordon on the stereo and take him and Wayne to the kitchen. Then they wait until the next day apparently to bring them back to normal size and everything's okay. Wayne makes Gordon president of the company, Patty proclaims her trust of Jenny, and everything's just hunky-dory. Months later, Adam returns from baseball camp and they have a giant tiki in the backyard. And it's over. So even though this movie was the death of the franchise in theaters, it still somehow spawned a TV show, which was terrible and nobody remembers it. Do you remember it? Yeah, you don't remember it. Aside from watching Wade and Gordon on screen, this movie misses all the magic and fun that the former two movies had. And yes, I thought Honey, I Blew Up the Kid was a fine movie. So that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. It doesn't matter since, you know, no one's gonna watch it. So what does it matter? I didn't care! Because you know what? I'm sorry! I'm sorry that I messed up Transformers! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I can't do this! Oh my god, I can't stand these idiots. Watch my channel. This piece of shit. Oh, it's still recording. That McBitch Tits invites you. I'm sorry, I can't. Alright, hang on. She's like 12. Okay, hang on. That make wow. This is what happens with no sleep. All right. Then McBitch. I can't. Wow. Wow. Why is this giving me so much trouble? All right. Oh no. No. Am I really gonna get stuck here? Okay. I can't. I can't do this. Okay. No. All right. Oh God, no. Well, no, I just want to record this and get it over with. Okay. Oh God, I just read the next point. Oh no, this is not good. I'm so sorry. Okay, all right, I can do this. Ow. All right. Why am I giggling? Okay. No, I can do this. All right. So then Are you fucking kidding me? Wow, holy shit. All right. Then McBitch. Oh God. This is going after the whole thing. This is like after the credits. All right.